Tell us why you believe to be the Lindbergh baby.
Yes. My name is Charles Lindbergh Jr. I'm age 82. And you may be puzzled why I'm alive. But this is me, Charles Lindbergh. I'm alive. And in the October 3rd, 2004 Los Angeles Times production is an article by Pulitzer Prize-winning author Michael D'Antonio, and I suggest that you get that copy.
What was it entitled? The name of the story?
It's entitled, Is the Lindbergh Baby Alive?
Okay.
Okay.
When were you first aware that you really were the Charles Lindbergh Jr. baby?
1937.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah, 1937. I was taken from the Capone house to El Dorado, Kansas, to a ranch house owned by Charles Sigmund. He was a famous bootlegger in Butler County, Kansas, well known and well respected too by many people. He took me to his house, and I was kept there incarcerated for approximately 18 months. And I was not allowed out of the house at any time. I was not allowed on the tarmac where the trucks pulled in, because he was an oil driller, and they had a huge asphalt yard where the trucks came in and turned around and unloaded their oil. And so I was kept there, and I didn't eat the best food, but it was hot.
How many times would you believe you were moved around in your childhood?
22 times. 22 different times. Up to 1943. And that's when I went to San Luis Obispo, where I was turned over to a family who was a minister. And his mom and dad lived in Wichita, Kansas.
What was the name of that family?
Husted, Husted.
Okay.
And they weren't very nice people. Okay.
Charles, why do you think that your family supposedly has a conspiracy as to the kidnapping and ultimate murder of you? Why do you suppose that happened?
I think they're protecting the fact that my mother, Ann Lindbergh, Ann Morrow, she had been selected to be the navigator for my father on his flights around the country, to sit alongside of him and do his navigation. So to do that, he sent her to navigation school in San Diego, and the Prince of Navigation was Harold Gatty, who ran the school. Well, Harold Gatty and her had a very intimate affair, in which she tells in her diary that she got pregnant, and she hid the pregnancy from Colonel Lindbergh.
What was the name of that book, that diary?
Hour of Lead and Hour of Gold. And you can probably buy it through the internet. But
okay.
She tells in her diary that the pregnancy was me, and that she was hiding the fact that she was pregnant from the colonel.
What attempts have you made to try and get DNA from your family?
Endless attempts. And they have absolutely refused to cooperate. In fact, Reeve Lindbergh told...
Who is Reeve?
Reeve is sister, my sister. And Reeve told Vladimir Kovalik...
Who is Vladimir Kovalik?
Vladimir Kovalik, he is a Stanford fellow of John Lindbergh, my brother, and he is a Russian scientist. He has a KGB clearance to Moscow.
Okay.
And he told us that told my wife and I that Reeves said, Charles didn't grow up with us, we don't owe him anything, we're not going to accept him.
So they acknowledged who
Those
you
are
were.
his very words,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Have you ever been with anyone as a witness that's seen or heard you in front of your family?
Oh yeah, Wayne Sparks.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to introduce Wayne Sparks. He's a friend of ours of 25 years, of my wife and I. And Wayne, I'm introducing you. He's also a certified bodyguard
Okay.
of Charles Lindbergh and Otto Lindbergh.
Wayne, tell us a little bit about your experience with Charles.
Well, I've been with Charles for over 22 years as his personal friend and bodyguard. I've been taking Taekwondo since I was 19. I have a concealed weapons permit, and I've traveled with him in Ottawa over the years trying to get the family to cooperate on the DNA for his identification. We did make a trip to Connecticut to see his mom, and
Approximately
while we were there,
when did you do that?
well, I don't remember what year it was, 1998.
98.
Okay.
We went to the house and walked up the driveway, and the lady taking care of his mother was warming the car up to take her to the doctor. And when she saw us coming up the driveway, she hollered out, "Your sister said you cannot see your mother."
Wow.
That's exactly what she said,
Acknowledging.
acknowledging the fact that Charles is the son of Ann Morrow. And I had a camera with me, and I was taking a movie of the house and stuff, and she kept putting her hands up. She was going to take my camera. She didn't want me to take pictures of the house.
Okay.
And so Charles says, "You're not taking this camera away." And Charles did have a great big bouquet of flowers for his mother, which we never was able to give to her.
Okay.
And we left after that, went back to the place we were staying.
Westchester.
Charles called the police department, and the police department says, "If you go near that house again, we'll arrest you and throw you in jail." He says, "The best thing for you to do is get out of town."
Okay. Thank you. What is your expectation? What is your hope to come from this interview?
To come from this interview with the public
Yes.
is for the public to reach out to me for more information and to become interested without end to the making a very valid production and film production and movie production that tells the whole story of what happened and how it happened. I'm trying to let the world know that I am alive, okay? And that I'm alive, and that I want to clear myself with a long lasting question, and that is, what happened in the Lindbergh case? I'm alive. And
Do you have additional information you can provide in the future about this?
And I have additional information that I can provide, and that's valid and true. And I want my siblings to know that I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop this situation. I'm not going to stop this situation and progression of breaking my identity to be true and to the point, because my siblings don't want that to happen. They don't want the colonel to be to have his legacy embarrassed. Okay, the fact of it is, I'm alive, and he is wrong in protecting himself from me. This has been going on for a long time. He orchestrated my kidnap when he found out that my mother was pregnant with me. And he didn't want a bastard kid hanging around his doorstep while he went on to have many affairs with other women, and even children from other women. So I'm just telling you now, I'll provide you whatever you request
Do you have a birth certificate with your
I
name?
have a birth certificate with my name that's valid. I have a valid California driver's license, and I'm well known by many people for being straightforward and honest.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.